Good morning and welcome to Don't Go Broke Trying to Be Rich. My name's Whitney and this is Steve, and we're going to be presenting on different ways that you can save money, get things for free. We're going to talk a little bit about credit and tax tips. So Steve's going to get started with ways to save and get free things.
Hi, the first portion of this is about ways to get free things and save money. One of the different ways to get free things and save money is by doing research. There's a variety of different research projects that you can get involved with in Chicago. One of the tips I used to use is going to Craigslist and type into research studies. A lot of times you can get about around $50 by doing a research study. A lot of times, one research study I went to and I made money from is every time a light comes on the screen, you just push a key on the keyboard. And a lot of times they're very simple, and you can get $50 per time. And you can find about these research by going to Craigslist, going to universities, and sometimes on the buses, up on top of the bus, they have a advertisement saying participate in this research study for this amount of money. A lot of times this consists of doing a questionnaire, and often they pay pretty well for your time. And I would suggest doing simple things and not taking medication. So a lot of times you can take medications and be an experiment. But sometimes that's physically risky for yourself. Another thing what I do is becoming a food taster. So, for example, for Potbellies, I used to taste food for Potbellies when they had new sandwiches. I would taste the food and then fill out a questionnaire, and I would get a free dinner, and then they'll give me a list or a packet of coupons for free meals. And that's one way that you can kind of save money, just by looking at different research studies and participating in them. Another way to save money is to know the stores and what's cheap at each store. So, for example, shopping at Dollar Tree, just kind of going around the city and going to the different dollar stores and figuring out which stores are really good dollar stores and which ones are not that great. So Dollar Tree, a lot of the Dollar Trees, there's a big difference in the size of the Dollar Trees, their inventory. So it's just trying to figure out which dollar stores you really prefer. And shopping at Aldi's can also save you a lot of money. And when you go to Aldi's, you might find some food that you really like there and other kinds that you do not like so much, because they might have only a limited kind of a product. Also, going to Mariano's and Jewel's, you can look at they have a table or a cart filled with bargain merchandise. Usually at Mariano's, it's usually in the back. And a lot of people don't realize they also have a freezer section of bargain products. So you get a big thing of ice cream for only a couple dollars and be significantly cheaper. Another good thing to save money is an alcohol. If you drink alcohol, a lot of times on the bottle they have a rebate. So you send in the rebate and you get money back, and you can get it for very cheap. I know during Christmas and New Year's, a lot of times they have the rebate and then they have coupons, and you can kind of stack those coupons and you can get a bottle of alcohol for only a couple dollars. And another thing what you can do is join the apps for the stores. For example, Jewel has rewards, and for every $100 you get a reward point where you can cash in for free food, or you can cash it in for a certain amount of money off of your bill. And what you can do is you can ask, if you have friends and families who do not use the app, you can ask them to put your number in so that you can get the points. And another place that you can do that is at Walgreens and CVS, I believe. Another way you can save money and get free things is for drawings, contests, and surveys. So So enterprise drawings and surveys when you can, subscribe to newsletters and scan them over at the bottom. A lot of times they have like, hey, you can fill out this opinion and you can be entered in for a drawing for a $25 gift card, and complete surveys for gift cards too. A lot of times I look through my email, I say like, if this company's trying to get, want people to fill out surveys, I fill it out, and then a lot of times I get like a $25 gift card. One of the great advantages of living in Chicago is a lot of different bars and restaurants have bingo nights. And so if you just go and play bingo, a lot of times you can win really nice prizes, like sometimes airplane tickets at some bars. Sometimes it's like I won or my friend won a PlayStation 4 and he gave it to me. So there's like a lot of different things where like bingo places playing bingo where you can win really nice prizes. And just trying to make a list of like, hey, these are different places with contests and bingo places, and you can win some stuff sometimes.
Great. And I have something to add. There's a website called Idle Empire. So it's IDLE Empire, and they have surveys. There's different offers. You can watch videos and have referrals, and there's promotions, and you get points, and then you can turn them into gift cards as well.
Oh, great. And another way you can save money is using is when you shop online, using sites such as retailmenot.com, and before ordering, to see if you can get a discount on the store. And sometimes just like typing in the store's name and coupon, you can get coupons for that store, and you can kind of, when you're cashing out, they usually have like little space for promo codes. And if you're not in a rush to get an item or brand, look at sites as AliExpress or Wish. And AliExpress, I get like a lot of things when I buy it in stores or outside that website, it costs like $15 or $20. And when I order it through that website, I only pay like $2. A lot of times they're kind of off brands, but sometimes the quality is not the best, but some items it works very well on. And when shopping online, always beware of shipping costs. And shipping costs can make even though you can get an item really cheap, sometimes shipping costs will make it that you're not getting a deal anymore. And make sure that if you ever order an online item off of online and you do not like it, that you return it. Amazon has a really simple return policy, and a lot of other stores, their return policy is very simple. So just always make sure that if you order something, you don't like it online, that you don't return it because you're basically losing that amount of money. Another technique to save money is subscribing and unsubscribing to different places. So a lot of times when you're canceling the offer, they'll offer you a deal for at a cheaper price. For example, when I canceled my internet plan, I was paying like $55. And when I tried to cancel it, they said like, oh, we'll offer it for a year for $19 again. And so I was able to get to utilize that $19 deal, and it worked out very well. And a lot of times phone plans, internet plans, if you have like a monthly subscription to a software, a lot of times when you kind of cancel it, you can get it at a cheaper price. And for some services, it kind of works like Netflix. Let's say you want to watch a bunch of movies on Netflix, just subscribe to 1 month, you'll be able to watch your movies and then cancel it. And a lot of times with Amazon, you're able to do that once a year. You can get your Amazon Prime subscription for 1 month per year for free. So if you kind of order it, you cancel it, and then you'll be able to get Amazon Prime. You can watch all the movies and audiobooks or whatever you kind of use Amazon Prime for, and then cancel it, and you basically get it for free. And one of the most important things is making a calendar of cancel times. And that will make for when you make sure that you cancel it so you don't get charged. And always make sure that you're canceling services that you're not using because it kind of adds up. And Whitney's going to talk about subscriptions on your phone now.
All right. So if you have an iPhone, you can go to your settings and then click at the very top where it has your name and it says Apple ID, Cloud, Media, and Purchases. Once you get in there, go down to subscriptions. And it will pull up all the subscriptions you have through your phone. Some of the subscriptions you can cancel, but it lets you keep it, for the end of the month. And since you unsubscribed, it automatically doesn't renew for you. So that makes it nice because I know you'll have to put it in your calendar if you want to unsubscribe from something. But this is nice that the phone does it for you.
Another way to save money is utilizing the library. Chicago Public, if you live in Chicago Public Library has a lot of things going on. They have free music, free movies, free books, free hobbies, free groups, free entertainment. And a lot of times they have like free speakers too. When you can kind of they have different famous people come through and you can kind of go to the library and listen to them live. And that's always kind of cool. One thing I learned is they have a program called Hoopla, and it's sort of like Hula because it has like free movies, it has audiobooks, it has like a whole wide range of things. And some of the movies are actually pretty good. I was going through their website and they have like some pretty good, decent movies. So to make sure that you kind of subscribe to Hula subscribe to Hoopla and take advantage of that service, because that's the way you can save money and not be spending money on entertainment. And there's more places for free audio and books, and some of these sites are overdrive.com, openlibrary.org, and there's a whole list at mashable.com, articles free ebooks, where they have like whole lists of different books you can get for free. Another way to save money is to go through your apartment and know what you own. A lot of times we kind of buy a lot of things and we don't realize that we might have a lot of the same item because we buy it, we kind of forget about it. And going through our apartment and kind of arranging it and knowing like what you actually own, so you're not spending money on the same item. And one of the things I do is I make sure that I have space for bulk items. So when things go on sale, I can buy pop. And so for me, it's pop because I really like to drink pop. And so what I did is I have a space in my closet. So when soda comes on sale, I can buy that. Like a lot of times I have it for 88 cents. And so what I do is I fill up my floor of my closet with Coke. And then I'll be able to get it for a cheap price and I have room to store it. Another strategy is write down items that you purchase and not have time to use. Because a lot of times we buy things and we have like intentions of using it, but then we don't use it and we put it in a closet. It could be like something like art supplies or something like that, and we forget we put it in the closet and we kind of forget about it. And that's where it's kind of important to kind of know what you have and making a list of like, hey, I got these things to do in the closet, what I wanted to do, and making a list and put it in your refrigerator. Then you're bored, you can kind of look at that list and say like, oh, I was going to do that, and making sure that you do it. And one of the things what you can do is for free and cheap food. And one of the sites was great is a www.chicagofoodbank.org. And what you can do is you can find food pantries and also food soup kitchens in your area for free food. And one of the things what I used to do is I made a map of different places what had cheap and free food. So a lot of restaurants and stuff, they might have $1 hamburger nights, cheap taco nights, free hamburger Sundays. And what the strategy I kind of did is I kind of walked through the city and kind of wrote down all the different places that has free or free food items on certain days or cheap food items. And then I was able to kind of save a lot of money by those food or those restaurants on those nights or bars or whatever they were, and be able to save money. Another strategy is going to like taking an example or taking advantage of the free samples in stores. And what I used to do is just find like a bunch of grocery stores that are close together, and then I'll just kind of make a round and to get all the free samples of in that store. And that can save your money on food costs too. And another technique that works really well is also portioning your meals out. So putting all your meals into like portions can make them last a lot longer, because then you won't be overeating and eating all your food in one setting. Another option is if you're struggling with your heating electricity bills, is making sure you sign up for the program LIHEAP. And a lot of the HHCD offices, they can help you sign up for LIHEAP. And one time what I did is I ran out of money for heat. So what I found worked really good is using electric blankets. And I kept the heat on very low just for my pipes won't freeze. And so I had an electric blanket in my living room and also in my bed. And I was able to keep the heat down very low, and I was able to just utilize electric blanket and still stay warm. And entertainment often takes a lot of our budgets. And one great thing about living in Chicago is there's a lot of free entertainment. And so making sure that you're aware of free museum days, and that the Lincoln Park Zoo is always free. Being aware of movies in the park and during the summer, listening to podcasts can actually be a really great thing to get free entertainment. Another option is www.goldstar and .com, and this is a way to watch free plays and stuff like that. And me and my friend, we used to go every week to a free play from utilizing the site. So we had we'd go and see free plays all over the city, and that used to be a lot of fun before the COVID started. Another thing is YouTube has actually improved greatly with a lot of more free concerts on there, and interviews with people have been a lot longer. Another great free entertainment is AI Dungeon, and AI Dungeon it helps you write like kind of a book. It's using artificial intelligence to kind of write a book, and you can kind of tell like a story what you want to hear about, and the artificial intelligence will write it for you. And some of the stories from AI Dungeon are absolutely great. Another thing is going to Chicago street fairs, and the street fairs they have on a sign like $10 to get in, but you don't have to pay that. It is usually say, if you look in the fine print, it says donations. It's just a donation. So just because they have like that $10 doesn't necessarily mean that you have to pay for it. And another, the site is a really nice blog, is choosechicago.com blog, 10 free things to do in Chicago. And this kind of gives you a lot of different ideas of different events what's going on in Chicago. And some great sites, if you're looking for free stuff, is Amazon. It's called AMZ Finder, but it's a way to get free things from Amazon. And a lot of times what it does is that it might have like an item that would cost $29, and you might get it for only $1. It has like this site just kind of checking on it periodically. You'll be able to get like a lot of really cool things. And there's another called Money Talks News, and it has 6 ways you can score free gift cards from Amazon. So it just gives you kind of ideas how to get free gift cards from Amazon. And also checking Chicago Craigslist for free stuff. If you're looking for an item that you kind of want, sometimes checking the free stuff on Craigslist, you can people are giving it away. Our next section is about coupons. So coupons are actually kind of really nice that you can buy. A lot of people don't know that you can buy in the store coupons or manufacturer coupons to save a lot of money. And you can use coupons on reduced and clearance items. And always making sure that you're using match policies. If you go through a lot of stores, they have like, hey, guaranteed price match, and doing a little bit of research and saying like, hey, I want this item, where can I get it cheaper? And that's where it'll sell it for to you for that amount. And also just trying to stay organized, having a system where you can stay organized is always very important. And what people is kind of being aware of what that products go on a sales cycle around every 7 weeks. For example, like the example I gave earlier about me buying Coke and stuff like that. If I wait, I know like I time it for like I can get enough Coke to make it through 7 weeks, and then I'll buy more Coke. And I kind of have a cycle where I know like, hey, this item's going to go on sale for, I know I can buy a large amount of it and wait the next sale for never paying full price. The crazy coupon lady.com tips for coupon 10 things you should know about common or coupon fine print is a really great site. It kind of tells you like how to understand what coupons mean, what does like buy one get one free actually means. And this site will walk you through everything you kind of want to know about coupons and the fine print. And another really good site is moneyhowstuffworks.com. And this website has helpful hints. It just offers a tons of helpful hints about when to kind of help you adjust the shopping. It's like not being loyal to one brand is one of the hints. They kind of go through different things, what you might common mistakes that people make when they're kind of couponing. The other thing is the crazy coupon lady.com deals freebies, and this changed every couple of days. And what it does is it tells you like how to go into a store and get things for cheap or free. And this is really they have like helpful hints like how to go to Target and get an item for only like toothpaste for only 20 cents. And what is really cool is it kind of links all the different sites that you need or where to go get these coupons in one easy format. And it's really helpful. And it has deals all around the like CVS, Walmart, Target. It has all these different places where you can get items for really cheap. And thriftynomad.com, couponing for beginners guide. And it shows like, it kind of walks you how to utilize different techniques, which is going to be listed on this page coming up on the next page, next slide. And it goes through like Drop, different apps and sites, Drop, Coupon Surfers, coupons.com, Groupon coupons, Grocery Coupon Network, Bellpack, and Savings.com. Again, it provides explanations for all these different sites, how to get the best coupons for your time. And other sites are websites and apps. It's Fetch Rewards, and you get cash back. And Whitney, you utilize this site, haven't you?
Yeah, it's an app that what you do is you scan your receipts and it gives you points for the receipts. And it even shows you certain products that if you buy certain things, you get more points, which you don't have to, but you can. And you can turn in your points for gift cards. And it actually, I've only had it for a couple months and I've already gotten like $25, $30 worth of gift cards. So it's pretty great.
Oh, that's excellent.
Yeah.
Another site similar to that is Checkout 51 and iBoda. And another website is Honey. And you utilize Honey too, is that correct?
Yeah. So Honey is an extension. It can be like an app, but you can also download it on your computer. And what it does is you shop on it and it shows you when you're going to check out, it searches the internet for you to see if there's any coupons or promo codes or anywhere else that you can get your item cheaper. And it works really well.
Excellent. And another thing is senior discounts. What I didn't realize is a lot of places, they have different definitions of what a senior is and for discounts that a senior can get. So sometimes senior discounts might start at the age of 40. It might start at age of 50, 55, 60, 65. So every place has kind of a different definition of what a senior is. And the seniorlist.com and slash senior discounts has like a humongous list of all the different places that have senior discounts and the age it starts for. So utilizing that is really a good method. Another one is a Treasury Office, and the Treasury Office, you put this website in icash.illinoistreasurer.gov, is that you might have property or money that has been owed to you that the company was not able to give to you. So it could be like a social, or like for example, when I did mine, I put my name in there, and I was able to find a lot of money what was owed to me. As it was like $700 that was owed to me for like I do like a lot of rebates and stuff like that, and so a lot of my rebates were actually going to this place where they said they couldn't find me or whatever, which I didn't quite understand. But I was really surprised that I had money there, and so I suggested you kind of enter that website and just check. And if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. And one last thing, if you use Amazon a lot, make sure that you utilizing, there's a program called Amazon Smiles, which when you order something from Amazon, it would actually give HHCD monies if you use them as a person that you want to give money to. You kind of select the organization, and you select organization. Every time you order from Amazon, you'll give a donation to HHCD, and it doesn't cost you anything.
All right. Great. Thank you so much. Now I'm going to pull up my PowerPoint. I got to exit this one first. All right, so now I'm going to be talking about tax tips as well as credit. So, how to get a tax refund faster. File your taxes electronically and set up your refund as direct deposit, especially since 2020 when there were a lot of economic stimulus payments. The Treasury is going to be taking longer to get the checks out. So it could take 6 months or longer if you file for a check. And you can file your taxes electronically for free on the IRS website. So all you have to do is go to irs.gov and you'll click File Your Taxes for Free, and you can pick between 2 free filing options based on your income. I use the irs.gov website as a reference for a lot of different things, and they have it where it's really easy to understand. So you should check it out. Did you receive your stimulus money? It's not too late. So taxpayers who haven't received their stimulus will have to file a 2020 federal income tax return in order to claim the recovery rebate credit if they didn't get their economic impact payment, or also if you received less money than you were eligible to get. For example, you got your stimulus, but you didn't receive your child's stimulus. So it's important because it will ask you about what you got and if you need, if you qualify for more. So on there, to get there, you could also go to the irs.gov, click on Get Coronavirus Tax Relief. It gives you instructions on how to claim the 2020 recovery rebate credit. There's also a Get My Payment tool on the IRS website where you put in some of your information and it lets you know when you should be getting your stimulus. And this is something I just learned, but the stimulus payments are not reported as part of your taxable income. So you don't have to pay federal income taxes on either the first or the second round of stimulus payments. So that's some good news. Did you receive unemployment during 2020? So people that received unemployment during 2020 have to file the unemployment income on their tax returns, which will make things a little bit worse because you might have gotten more income through unemployment. So you're going to look out for the Form 1099-G, which is certain government payments to show how much unemployment compensation was paid to you in 2020. Taxes are not withheld automatically from jobless benefits. If you are jobless in 2021 and receiving unemployment, you may want to take action to have federal taxes withheld in the future. So, for example, I was on unemployment for a little bit, and it asks you if you'd like the taxes to be taken out on each check. So I did. And then what happened was I still got a refund, but if you don't have them take out the taxes, they have to take it all out at the end and you might end up owing money. So it's just something to keep in mind. All right, and now we're going to move on to credit, understanding credit. So what is credit? Well, credit allows you to obtain goods or services before payment is made. And this is based on a promise that you will pay the money back later. However, a credit agreement is generally not free and is likely to come with minimum monthly payments, interest rates, and other fees. In the long run, what you purchase on credit is very likely to cost you more than what you could have paid for it with the cash on the day that you made the purchase. So be careful and make sure that you read all the fine print when you're looking for a credit card, because even if it says that you don't have to pay any interest the first year and there's no fee for the first year, if you're unable to pay off your debt within the first year, then you're going to end up getting a lot of interest that you're going to have to pay. Oh, and also there are some new ways that you don't have to pay up front. One of the apps is called Klarna, and it divvies up the total into 4 payments. So you pay one that day, and then every 2 weeks it has you pay a fourth until you pay it all off, and it isn't reflected on your credit. So that might be something to look into if you need to buy something but you don't have all the money up front. All right, so good versus bad credit. Credit scores are based on an analysis of your credit history in order to determine your credit worthiness and likelihood that you will pay your bills. While it varies from agency to agency, the FICO score is made up of the following. And if you don't know what the FICO score means, FICO is an analytics company that focuses on analyzing credit and credit scores. So it's what a lot of people go off of. So this is what makes up your credit score. Number 1, payment history. Have you paid your credit cards on time? Even if you can only pay the minimum, that's better than not paying on time. And that's 35% of your score. Next, your debt burden. How many, which I think is how many maybe credit cards you have open, or actually I think it's more of how much of your credit have you spent already, and do you have some left? Then number 3 is length of credit history. How long have you had credit or a credit card? And that's 15%. Types of credit used is 10, and recent credit searches and inquiries is 10. All right, so now I have the FICO score meter. The classic FICO score has a range from 300 to 850. From this, you can see that very poor is 300 to 599. 600 to 649 is fair. 700 to 749 is good. 750 to 799 is very good, and 8 to 850 is excellent. However, this little thing is a little bit different, but it kind of just gives you some of the ranges. Why is credit important? Your credit score can affect your ability to get a good interest rate and to qualify for a multitude of things, including student loans, credit cards, cell phones, car insurance, personal loans, car loans, apartments, home loans, and some jobs. So it's very important to kind of know where your credit score is at. And lastly, how to improve your credit. The number one thing is to pay your bills on time, since that's 35% of what your credit score is. Then you want to try to keep most of your credit limit available, which is called credit utilization, which is the percentage of your credit limit that you're using. The amount you use has a powerful effect on your credit score. Only paying on time matters more. So this is number 2. Most experts recommend going no higher than 30% of the limit on any card, and lower is better for your score. So for an example, let's say that you have a credit card with a limit of $1,000. They would say not to spend more than $300 at one time. So that's interesting. All right, now make frequent payments. That actually looks really good. So if, let's say, you got your stimulus or you got some money, it's not a bad idea to pay or to make a payment, even if it's not due at that time, but you have an outstanding balance. Then you can become an authorized user. So basically what that means is that you ask someone, maybe like a family member or someone close that you trust, if you can be added onto their credit card, or an authorized user, which means that you could use their credit card, but I wouldn't suggest to use it, because all it means is, since your name's on it with them, if they're paying their bills on time, it starts improving your credit as well. All right, next, get a secured credit card. So this is typically for people who want to build back their credit from scratch. If your credit cards have been closed, you may need to start over with a secured credit card. And these cards require a deposit up front. That deposit is typically your credit limit, but then they work like any other credit card. Choose one from an issuer that reports payments to all 3 major credit reporting bureaus. I think that's a really great idea. Next, get a credit builder loan or secured loan. As the name suggests, a credit builder loan has one purpose: to help you improve your credit profile. You're most likely to find one at a credit union or community bank. You'll need to be a member or customer, and you'll have to show proof of income and ability to repay. The lender holds onto the money as you repay, then releases it to you once you have fully repaid the loan. If you have money on deposit, you might be able to borrow against it with a share or certificate-backed loan. This is a type of secured loan backed by money in your savings, money market, or CD account. The bank or credit union puts a hold on the money until you repay. Some financial institutions release the funds incrementally as you pay down the balance. Your payments are reported to the credit bureaus, so be sure to pay on time. A late payment will damage your credit. Lastly, get a cosigner. And what that means is that if you're having a hard time getting credit and you have, let's say, a family member that has good credit, you can ask for them to co-sign on your credit card. This is a huge favor. You're asking this person to put his or her credit reputation on the line for you and take full responsibility for repayment if you don't pay as agreed. So make sure that if you do this, you know that you're going to be able to pay it back. All right, and how long will it take to rebuild my credit? Credit missteps and misfortunes do eventually fade into the past. The impact on your credit score and the time it takes to recover depends partly on how big the mistake was and how recent. Late and missed payments, judgments, and collections stay on your credit reports for 7 years. Bankruptcy can linger for up to 10 years. However, you can begin repairing things right away. You should begin to see improvement as soon as you start accumulating positive credit information to help counter the big negatives. Pick whatever strategy or combination of strategies works for your situation, then monitor the results. So that is just some tips on how to improve your credit. So that is the end of my presentation. Do you have anything else you'd like to share, Steve?
If you're interested in a PowerPoint or any of the websites that we mentioned throughout this presentation, please contact your HHCD office.
Great, and then we can email it to you if you need it. So if you have any questions or comments, feel free to write in the comments section and we'll get back to you as soon as we can. I hope that you all have a wonderful day.